Bonjour, Liz here from Frenchnotes.ie. So today we're looking at the Leaving Cert Honours paper, and I'm now going to look at the written section and how you might approach it. So, when you go into the exam hall, the worst thing that you can do is to look at the first question you kind of have an idea of and start writing furiously. Because what might happen is you might run out of speed, you may draw a blank, who knows. So what you need to do is have a plan going into the exam. So here's our plan. You have 3 written pieces that you must do. And question 1 is compulsory. So what you do is you sit down and you divide one of your blank pages into 3. And you decide, I have to do question 1, but you have an option between A and B. Look at what the general idea is. Is it about obesity? Is it about young people, tidy towns? What is it about? So you decide, okay, I know a fair bit on that, so I'm going to write. So let's imagine it is on obesity. So you're going to write something there and you know that your theme is obesity. Then you go to question 2 or question 3 or question 4. You look at question 2, which generally includes the diary entry. Either you're really good at them or you're not as comfortable doing them. So if you decide to go with the diary entry, great, go with it, get your theme, figure out what it is that they're asking you, then do the same. So let's say we're going to do question 1, we're going to do question 2, and we're going to do one of the questions from question 4. What you need to do in your mind, forget about the diary for the minute, but look at the other 2. If they're redaction pieces or they're opinion pieces, you're going to have a good opening and a good conclusion. Now, don't forget that the person correcting your exam is going to read all your written pieces. So you must have a variety of structure, you must have different opening constructions and different closing statements. So what I would always say is write out a couple of opening pieces or opening statements that you may use and jot those down, and then think that your opinion piece is going to be divided into 5. You're going to have your opening, you're going to have a point that you're going to make in support of, let's say, obesity is a growing problem among young people in Ireland. So let's say you agree with that point of view. So you're going to have your opening, then your first point is going to be something along the lines of Je suis tout à fait d'accord que l'obésité est un problème croissant parmi les jeunes en Irlande pour des raisons suivantes. So I believe that obesity is a growing problem among young people for the following reason. So you give your reason. Then your third point will be a kind of a counter argument to your first, because you have to kind of fall between, you could say, well, yeah, it is a growing problem, but the government are doing an awful lot to help it. Je pense que le gouvernement est en train de vraiment essayer d'améliorer ce problème parmi les jeunes. And you could give an example of how the government are helping. And then, for your fourth point, you're going to reiterate your main point here. So you're going to say, you still feel that it is a growing problem, so you're going to give another point in support of that. It's a debating technique that's used by people all over the world. And then finally, your conclusion should basically tell your reader what you've written. Okay, so you're saying that obesity is a growing problem in young people, and then in conclusion, I have shown for the following reasons why or how obesity is a growing problem, but I've also explained how the government is tackling this. And that is basically how you approach your opinion piece. So quick recap, make sure that you have 2 or 3 different strong openings, 2 or 3 strong conclusions, and enough decent French to be able to develop your argument. What I would say is avoid complicated structure unless you really do have fantastic knowledge of the language. Keep it simple, but also keep it to the point and keep referring to the question you're being asked. Now, I will go through different openings and different conclusions on a different video. And for more information, please check out our website. Merci.